My ranch has been in my family for 3 generations. It's a sprawling piece of land with grazing cattle, rolling fields, and a dusty road that winds through the back pasture, connecting my gate to a small cul-de-sac that the HOA claims as their private community road. For decades, the arrangement was simple. I let the neighborhood use that back road as a shortcut. In return, they didn't bother me, and we all lived in quiet harmony. But that harmony cracked the day the new HOA president, a self-appointed queen bee named Linda, decided to flex her authority. Apparently, she didn't like that I used the same road that her residents did, even though the road crossed a chunk of my family's deeded land before reaching the HOA's cul-de-sac. One afternoon, I drove my truck up to my own ranch gate only to find a shiny new private property, a no trespassing sign bolted to the gate. To top it off, the HOA had padlocked the gate shut with a heavy chain. I was stunned. Linda claimed in her furious emails that the road was exclusively HOA-owned, and that I was encroaching by driving through it. She demanded I find another way to access my ranch, which, according to her, meant driving miles out of my way through rough terrain. First, I tried reasoning with her. I showed her the survey maps proving that a stretch of that private road actually crossed my family's property line. She refused to listen. She threatened fines, lawsuits, anything to bully me off the road I'd let them use freely for years. So I did what any fed-up ranch owner would do. I called my lawyer. Turns out the law was clear. The portion of the road that crossed my land was indeed mine to control. The HOA had zero authority to block my gate or claim that stretch of road. So I decided to send a message they wouldn't forget. Within a week, I had a professional crew erect a sturdy, legal fence right along my property line, cutting off access to the section of road that the HOA relied on to reach their cul-de-sac. Now their shortcut was a dead end. If they wanted to get to their homes, they'd have to loop several miles around the main county road. When the fence went up, Linda showed up at my gate, red-faced and sputtering threats. She called the county sheriff, claiming I'd illegally blocked a public road. When the sheriff arrived and checked the deeds, he simply tipped his hat to me and told her, "Ma'am, this man's fence is well within his legal right." The look on her face was priceless. Suddenly, the HOA realized they'd made a very expensive mistake. Residents were furious about the extra driving time and the fact that I no longer let them use my pasture as their shortcut. Linda begged me to take the fence down. I told her I'd gladly remove it, if they removed their sign, their padlock, and agreed in writing never to touch my gate again. It didn't take long for them to cave. The sign came down, the padlock was cut, and I had an official agreement guaranteeing my right to use the road whenever I pleased. Now, every time I roll through that gate, I smile. They thought they could bully a rancher off his own land, but I showed them how sharp a legal fence can really be.